Welcome back to Farmall Super A in the shop, part 2. So when we left you the other day, we split the tractor. I'll bring you up to speed. Thank everybody for joining in. I'll bring you up to speed. So Sammy, we got a new bearing here for the pressure plate, throwout bearing. We've already put that on. Now we did get a new housing, and I'll show you why I got a new housing. Kept the old housing. This housing does have some IH markings on it, but I hadn't seen one like this. It actually has a grease fit in here and one here for the shaft, but this bearing must have went inside and had a flange on the outside. Of course, this flange is broke all the way. Let's get it over here in the light where we can see it. So it had a flange, I'm assuming, on the outside, and so I'm gonna keep it just in case, because may be able to knock that out and be a usable one. I don't know. But anyway, I was going to show it to Brandon. I hadn't seen one like that. We had some wore teeth. Here we go. We had some teeth that were wore on the flywheel right here. And it may have been okay, but we decided we would go ahead and just get one with new teeth, and that's what we did. And we got that. We have a kit for put the front back together. When I do this seal, this will put up everything there. And we have a kit for the rear and some gaskets for the hydraulic. What we're going to do today, and y'all hang around with us while we do it, we're actually going to put the engine on an engine stand. And we're going to go ahead and break the front end off of it and get that out of the way. And we're going to turn this engine. And we're going to look at some main bearings. And it does have a bit of low oil pressure, especially after it warms up. So we're going to see if we can address that while we're here. Maybe replace the main bearings. May do some stuff to the oil pump. But see if we can get the oil pressure up and address that while we're here. So that's what we're going to do. So stick around. This thing ought to go deeper than this going. You see how wallery that feels?
Yeah, pack it up. Let's try this half again. I'm not on it. All right, hold it. Okay.
Up a little bit.
Raise it up a little. There we go. We're getting there. Okay, it's turning it loose.
Huh?
It's turning it loose. Put it right there. Now still ain't want to stay there. Yeah. There we go.
All right. All we did was wash it out.
Like
It looks as black now as when we changed it.
Hello?
Don't it? All right, guys. So I was thinking, going back, me and Roger would probably take the cherry picker and put the engine back on the frame, and that'll help us. We were at a little bit of a disadvantage the way we had it, getting the front end off and getting it on the engine stand. So when we go back with it, we'll put the engine on the frame, and then we'll put the front end on it and just roll it right into it. We can let that come along down a little bit and should be able to level it up. The oil, you heard me commenting about the oil, is just as black as when me and Sammy changed it, and we probably hadn't run it a couple of hours. I mean, 20 minutes. So I guess it cleaned it out a little bit.
Hopefully.
Do we want to pull the oil pan off and then work on the pulley, or do we want to work on this pulley now?
Either way. Whatever suits.
I figure we try to pull this pulley off.
Okay.
You want to try to heat this a little bit too?
You want to?
Yeah, I think we ought to from that ring gear.
Try that now.
We just
If
can't.
it'll open up wide enough to fit. Will it bring them both together and try dropping it? Yeah.
We just can't. You want to go back reverse with it? One up, one down?
I'd put them both down.
Okay. Guys, I watched a video with Pete on Just a Few Acres do this to a Super C. He may have had a little different clamp than this, but basically the ideal here is the same. He put this in behind this pulley and grabbed it like that and pulled it off, and that's what me and Roger hope to do. Okay.
Yeah.
We don't have spiraling play.
That's good. That's good work.
What is that, like 2 foot-pounds?
What? That wrench? Depends on how charged the battery is. George, the fire extinguisher right there if we need it.
Okay. I'll burn a little of that oil off. There's the sacrificial socket.
Wonder how hot it is. Can't bad it off.
How, why's my engine smoking?
Might have a fire on the inside. Burning the paint off.
I also want to get it in here where your socket's gonna be. Knock a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Hey, it did have a seal in it.
You think we burnt that? Or, no, it's dry rotted. It's
Well, it was
hard.
dripping.
Well, I'm saying it's hard. Did we harden that up?
No. I was about to say.
I was trying to figure out why it was leaking.
Was it before it did?
I would say rebuild the carburetor, but I was told in college, never rebuild a carburetor if you're working on the engine. Always wait till the engine's running again
That makes sense.
and then rebuild it.
And I may have a carburetor kit for it.
Zenith made in the USA. Put that on the 140. Sammy, I'm gonna steal your carburetor. Okay, you should roll. All the way upside down?
Yep. Belly up. Hey, we'll fix that oil pan while we got it done.
Sammy, you see that dent in your oil pan?
Looks like fresh paint knocked off there.
Guys, that's what rolling cultivators will do if you don't get that arm off.
You like that thing better than a DeWalt anyway. Go ahead and enjoy it.
I know. Can't say I like this better than DeWalt.
Yeah, you drag them all out. tractor here. That should be a short one. That should be a long one, maybe. Yeah.
Don't worry. I see a Father's Day present in mine.
You're gonna buy him a snap-on end type unit. Good.
Or I'll tell one of the boys, they'll get him a full kit.
Snap-on kit.
Yeah.
Sell your tractor.
I'll take the wrenches. I don't.
Lock his D-wall up, make him use it.
I mean, I like the fact that this thing doesn't hit super hard.
Use your fingernail.
Balance right.
Joey, I am so glad I talked you into doing this. Look at the sludge on this.
Yeah, I see it. See it, see it, see it. That alone would cost about 6-7 pounds of oil pressure, wouldn't it?
Yeah. But it's been gone into because it's got that copper gasket sealer on it.
Do what?
Copper gasket sealer been
Yeah.
put on here.
Yeah.
I don't think that came from the factory.
Well, at least they put that on it, so it gives you some hope that maybe. So we're talking 3 main bearings.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
So what we really want to know tonight, like if we take this off, we want to know, okay, is it been bored or yeah.
Now, let's take these two out right here. 9/16.
Okay.
Pull that oil pump off.
I've always wondered, guys, what these 2 bolts went to on my 140. So Stan, he didn't have his thing that long, so it almost looks like the person who had it before Stan maybe did some work on it and just didn't change oil. This don't look too bad in here though. So that's just coming off of that cam, the oil pump.
Well, it probably had non-detergent oil in it.
The cam lobes look good, boy. Do you see anything with the cam lobes that strikes you?
One of the ones that I see, I don't.
Yeah.
Let's get, where's that adjustable?
What is this here, Roger? That ain't a cam lobe, is it?
Where?
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I don't know what that is. That's just riding around.
You take an adjustable wrench and turn a round shaft.
Dean,
Yes, sir.
you gonna start gardening with a Super A or 130?
It might be the wrong shade of green for me.
Oh, they're all right. I like them all. I'll be honest with you, I like them all.
Yeah.
I'd be tickled to death to have a John Deere, something like a little 830.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be tickled pink. Is there a left and right of these things?
Well, do you see a number?
No, I didn't. I wiped that off. They all got that. Hold on. Somebody shine a light right here. We got something here. 1, 2, I think.
1, 2.
No.
There's a
Yeah, there's a 1 stamped into the connecting rod part. The cap has got a 2 on it. How about this side?
that's 3 and 4 right there.
Yeah. 3,
This
4.
is 1, 2.
No,
one on the bottom.
1 on the connecting rod side, 2 on the cap.
That should have a 2 on it too.
No, that says 4 and 4.
Okay.
And there's the other one.
That's 1 and 2. How's that little, not that I want to take it out, but how does that little jewel come out? Is that pressed in there?
Those long bolts goes down through there. And the threads start up right here.
Yeah, okay.
It keeps it pulled down in there. You see this square here on this edge?
Uh-huh.
That's probably
From the cap.
from this not being bored matched up to this rod.
So if we put bearings in it, rematch them up?
Yes. I would. But there's your oil pressure right there.
So guys, what we're doing, you heard me say at the end, I don't know how this is going to edit out here, so I don't know if you know what we're finding. We are finding that the rod caps and the rod connecting rods should have a 1 1 2 2 3 3. This one had a 1 2, a 2 1. So the one cap had been put on the center connecting rod at some point in time. So what we're going to do now, Roger's going to take one off that's 3 3 that is matched.
It should be 4.
Yeah, I'm sorry, 4 4 4. It is matched, and we're going to compare and see if the wire looks any different, if it affected it having the wrong rod cap on it. But it's something, you know, you expect when you tear into a let's see, 50, 70, 75-year-old vehicle here. So it's not that big of a deal. We'll take and we'll get the oil pressure up on it, get some bearings in it. And Sammy will be cultivating before you know it. All right, this is matched up 4 4. And nothing but Babbitt.
Yeah.
This one was a mismatch rod cap, guys.
Turn it around where you can see that side there. Right here.
Yeah, both insides. Okay. Now we just don't know if it's standard or oversized. These are the connecting rod bearings. Standard 7711.5 is that 1977 November the 5th when they made that bearing. That's a IH bearing. Main bearing arguably takes the most abuse.
That would have broke a DeWalt wrench. Yeah. Ooh. What is this?
Piece
What
of
is that,
Babbitt.
Joey?
Piece of Babbitt.
Yeah. And it was put.
It was in place. No, it didn't. It didn't mess the crank up. I don't believe. I believe it was stuck in place.
Yeah, oh yeah, you could see.
The Babbitt was stuck in place here, and when we pulled the cap off, that left it on the crank. Is there a marking on this thing? 2. Is that say 2 to you right there?
Yeah. Yeah, it looked like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it. Yep, I see the 2.
Yep.
Okay, so, and it always matches up with the numbers over here, so it's not like 2,
Yeah.
2. It's 2.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, what we have on this bearing, which is one of the main bearings, some of the Babbitt is coming off of the bearing. Like, see that right there, guys? It's just some Babbitt. Luckily, it didn't ride its way around the crankshaft. I guess it just stayed in place, and when we pulled the bearing off, it left the Babbitt on the crank. But just for example, and I'll probably know the answer to this by the time this video comes out. I hope I have the bearings by then. But like this one's got what I think is Farmall IH USA 35579, and looks like 1/3 diameter. I don't know. Then up under it's a 617. No, a 647. So is that June 1947? Could be. This is a 49 tractor according to the serial number, so it's interesting. But I think this is probably going to turn out to be a standard bearing. I don't think it's. I do know the rod bearing said STD on them, so we think they're standard. So I think this is going to turn out to be standard too. But anyway, can't wait for part 3. It's going to be fun. I think I said on a couple of comments the other day, guys, that we got Rogers 130. We got to put a fast hitch on, and after we get done with that, we'll get a Super A in here. We're going to put a planter, mount a planter on there, and I want to show you guys that planter because I know a lot of you asked me about belly planters and stuff, so that should be a good video for y'all to see. And it may be more than one video, I don't know, but we'll get this and we'll get it back together and we'll get that oil pressure up there and staying up there. Y'all have a good week, a good day. Verse of the video is Psalm 71. In thee, O Lord, do I put my trust. Never let me be put to confusion. Is that right, Sammy?
Yeah.
Sammy says it's right. All right. God bless you. God loves you. We'll see you.